Whatever you're funny, Peacock's got it exclusively. Stream classic sitcoms like The Office, Parks and Recreation, and 2.5 Men. Plus, catch Peacock original comedies like AP Bio and Saved by the Bell. For all your exclusive comedy faves, go to peacocktv.com and get started.
We talked to a man who has been in and around the game for a long time. He's been in a Braves uniform, and he is a man we see on a regular basis as we welcome in Jeff Francoeur here in the locker room on the Fan, 680, 93.7 FM. Frenchie, what a game, what a finish, and what a home run by Freddie Freeman.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I mean, for a game, the first three, that was so dominated by pitching. It was amazing how different Game 4 was. I mean, even in the 5-4 score, so many opportunities, early for both teams, late in the game. And then, of course, I think the thing about it that makes it special in a series like that is, Josh Hader, Freddie Freeman, you got the best closer in baseball against one of the best clutch hitters. And, I mean, tip your hat to Freddie. He got a slider up, and, it's easy for people to say, well, he got a hanger. The fact of the matter is you still have to hit it and hit it a long ways, and, boy, he did. And I've never seen him do that before. Come out like the curtain call, the smile still going on during a game. I think you could really see the emotion come out in that at-bat.
Yeah, there really is something special about this group. And they come together, halfway through the season with the additions that Alex has made and Snicker keeping that group together. It seems like, and you played on your fair share of postseason baseball games and really good teams. Is there something to be said for a guy like Snit and bring these guys together in the family environment that they've built and how much fun they're having?
Yeah, and I think, just look back 2 years ago. Think about it. The Atlanta Braves dominated the Washington Nationals all year in 2019. And the Nats pull out the wild card from nowhere. Then they go on to beat the Dodgers and win the whole thing. And, I mean, sometimes going into the playoffs a little different than what we're used to, even though it was tough to watch and at times you wanted to, pull your hair out. At the end of the day, this Braves team is clicking at the right time, and they're getting great pitching, and the bullpen has been great. And, I don't know what's going to happen during the NLCS, but I will say this, that I have stuck by Will Smith majority of the year.
Good for you.
The damn guy, let me repeat it, the damn guy was 3 for 3 on saves.
Amazing. He's been really good like last 6 or 7
they all
games.
Have. Look, Jackson, Matzik, Smith, you got to give those three guys a lot of credit. They were in some tough situations. They had to pitch a lot in this series. Got the job done.
Frenchie, can you talk about the mindset that Dansby Swanson had to change, learning an hour and a half before the game that he was going to not bat eighth by beating the leadoff spot?
Yeah, I think it's just what else can be thrown at that team. That's what Snick kind of said. You lose guys, and all of a sudden your leadoff hitter who's. That's why I think a lot of people, who might not have watched might have just said, oh, Jorge Soler. But for us that have watched the Braves the last 2 months, realize he was unbelievable at that leadoff spot. And now all of a sudden you move the eighth-hole hitter to leadoff, and it kind of changes things. Now, I like what I think Snit did by trying to keep the rest of the lineup intact because it's been so good. So I liked what he did with that move. And, my guess is you'll probably see that going forward.
Frenchie, looking ahead to the NLCS, are you okay giving up home field advantage to see the Giants, or would you rather have home field advantage and see the Dodgers?
It's funny because I look at it two different ways. With the Game 5, if San Fran wins, you don't get Logan Webb till Game 3. So, it's kind of one of those, you get a missed Game 2. The pitching advantages will definitely go the Braves way, whereas the Dodgers, Game 1 and 2 is going to end up being here at Truist Park, but you're going to get Scherzer and Buehler.
Ouch.
Either way, both teams are so dynamic. Part of me says that I wonder sometimes if those players down there think, man, God, we'd love to get the Dodgers just because of what happened last year and being so close, a chance at a rematch. But either way, guys, whatever team you play is going to have come in winning 110 games this year. It's going to be – they're going to have their work cut out for them.
Jeff Francoeur joins us, former Brave and Braves broadcaster for Bally Sports, and doing a great job calling the postseason games as well. I was just thinking about some of the stuff going on with our Bravos, and totally forgot what I was going to ask you, which is insane.
It's okay.
He's concussed.
No, it's okay.
That was a good question, but I'll find it in a second.
Was it a
I
stick
didn't.
question? Was it a defensive question?
Oh,
Was it
yes, the runners.
There you go. There you go.
Base running
He's
in
back.
Duval. What the hell is going on? And how much do they put on this? I mean, it's postseason baseball, and you're making boneheaded mistakes out there.
Well, I think the crazy thing, guys, is, I've known Adam for a long time, and he is a smart baseball guy. And that's the thing. Like, you talk to him, I guarantee you he would tell you right away, no, you don't go on that ball, or you wouldn't do that. And for some reason, in these two games, it's just, yesterday was one of those that what he basically banked on was that ball dropping for a base hit. And, look, I understand the thought process behind it. Oh, I'll take a chance, Charlie Morton coming up. But at the same time, I think most everybody in that park knew that ball was going to be caught.
Right.
And so, look, it's, hopefully he can kind of wash that away because, that's something that, versus a team like the Giants and Dodgers, necessarily you might not get away with, and it might end up coming back to haunt you.
Look, we all need some sins washed away. He needs a soaking.
He does.
That's two.
Well, we watch that and then a couple other base run things, and it's just, you leave your head scratching sometimes.
Jeff, speaking of smart or really lack thereof, who are the buffoons in New York who came up with a rule that balls only in the outfield are reviewable as it pertains to the Adam Duvall fly ball yesterday that, according to Major League Baseball, is unreviewable? I mean, I that would be like in football saying throws only in between the 20s are reviewable. In the red zone, no, we're not going to review them.
So I know, I always knew the rule that if it's, fair or foul and you're talking before the base, that it's not reviewable. I just didn't even think about a pop-up that was in foul territory that couldn't be reviewed. And credit Jeff Kellogg, the umpire supervisor for this series, was in the room next to us up in the booth. And so, he came sprinting in and told us right away, which actually was very helpful to let us kind of know, let the viewers know. But I was baffled when I saw that because, and look, the thing you feel bad about, honestly, is Alfonso Marquez, the crew chief. You think the last thing he wants to do is go explain to Brian Snicker that he can't review that play, probably knowing that, look, they're all looking at the big board and see it. And so you kind of hate it for the whole thing because here the umpires are out there just getting booed. Look, they don't love it. I've talked to many of those guys, and so that's why you almost wonder at that point, why can everything just not be reviewable? That's the only thing I don't understand is, the idea that if we're here to get it right, then let's get it right.
Well, thanks for the time, Frenchie. We know we have to cut you loose. It's just amazing to watch where this team is now after all of the different places they've been with losing players and not being able to put things together in the summer. Now here we are waiting to see if we will be on the road or hosting the NLCS. So we thank you for your time. We look forward to talking to you the next time here in the locker room.
Thanks, guys.
Streaming only on Peacock, a new original comedy.
Me in a punk band?
We Are Lady Parts.
A confused mix of hash anthems and sour girl power.
He puked all over the front row. Ew.
We Are Lady Parts. All episodes streaming now, only on Peacock.